Apple has launched a new model, the iPhone 16e, alongside the iPhone 16. But here's the question: is the iPhone 16e actually worth $600, or is it just an overpriced downgrade? Today, we will compare both models and see if the 16e makes sense or if we should look somewhere else. Let's get started. The iPhone 16e comes with an aluminum frame and glass back, which is standard, but the biggest disappointment is the notch display in 2025. While every other iPhone has moved to dynamic island, Apple decided to stick with the old school notch, which feels outdated at this price point. The display is 6.1 inches with Super Retina XDR OLED technology, which is decent, but it lacks ProMotion 120Hz refresh rate, so scrolling and animations won't be as smooth as what you get on many Android phones in the same price range. The iPhone 16, on the other hand, features Dynamic Island, which is a much more modern and interactive design. It also supports 120Hz ProMotion, making it smoother and more premium to use. The overall design feels more refined, and if you care more about having the latest look, the iPhone 16 is the better choice. The iPhone 16e is powered by the A18 chip, which is great for performance. It comes with 8 GB RAM and offers 128 GB, 256 GB, and 512 GB storage options. However, it's worth noticing that Apple has used an older modems even, and there might not be major efficiency gains compared to the standard iPhone 16. The iPhone 16 also runs on the A18 chip, but with possible enhancement in GPU performance. If you are just using the phone for everyday tasks, both models will perform similarly, but the iPhone 16 might be better optimized for demanding applications. The battery life is decent, lasting around a full day of use with up to 26 hours of playback. It supports fast charging up to 50% in 30 minutes with a 20-watt adapter. However, it lacks MagSafe, which means slower and less convenient wireless charging. The iPhone 16 offers MagSafe charging, making it more future proof and easier to use with accessories. Battery performance should be similar, but the added MagSafe support makes it more convenient. The iPhone 16e features a single 48 megapixel rear camera with an f1.6 aperture and sensor shift optical image stabilization. While this camera takes sharp photos, the lack of an ultra wide or telephoto lens makes it less versatile. For a $600 phone in 2025, a single camera setup is a huge compromise, especially when many Android phones at this price offers ultra-wide telephoto and even macro lenses. The front camera is a 12 megapixel true depth sensor with an f1.9 aperture, offering solid selfies and Face ID support. However, without an ultra-wide rear camera, landscape and group shots are limited. The iPhone 16 in contrast features a dual camera system, 48 megapixel main camera f1.6, same as the 16e, but benefits from additional software optimization. 12 megapixel ultra wide camera f2.4, 120-degree field of view adds flexibility for wide angle shots, landscapes, and group shots. This means the iPhone 16 is much more capable for photography, whether you need wide angle shots, better low light performance, or more depth in images. If camera versatility is more important to you, the iPhone 16 is the clear winner. Now let's talk about the biggest issue, the price. The iPhone 16e starts at $600 for the base model, and at that price you're getting a notch in 2025. Seriously, a single camera with no ultra wide or telephoto, no MagSafe, no dynamic island, 60 Hz display instead of 120 Hz. For $600, you have better alternatives, including Google Pixel 9 offers a dual camera system with AI powered photography, a smooth 120 Hz OLED display, and longer software support. Samsung Galaxy S24 has a triple camera system with telephoto zoom, 120 Hz AMOLED display, and faster charging speeds. OnePlus 13R flagship level performance, 120 Hz display, and super fast 100-watt charging. So unless you are logged into the Apple ecosystem, the iPhone 16e feels overpriced compared to its competition. If you want a basic iPhone experience and don't mind the notch or single camera setup, the iPhone 16e is fine. However, for $600, you're getting way too many compromises. If you're set on getting an iPhone, spending a little extra on the iPhone 16 is much better choice. Otherwise, there are better Android alternatives at this price. What do you think about the iPhone 16e's price? Do you think it's worth it, or should Apple have priced it lower? Let me know in the comments. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more tech insights. See you in the next one.